This is definitely going to be the start to your video.
Today I've got my eggplants. Not all of them grew and germinated, but a few of them did, and we are going to transplant them today. I'm just going to go put these over here next to the bed they go in before I get the rest of my stuff out. I gotta get the hose out and my gardening tools. Well, my gardening toolkit, because really that's what it is.
These look a lot better.
Oh, those do look a lot better.
They're not so sad anymore.
Yeah, hold on. Before I go get my hose.
These look really, really good. They just kind of shot up. Should I call the tow truck?
Yes. Oh, those do look really good looking. The greens are coming up, so they're facing the sun more. Hey, little squashy washy. Got my liquid fence salt and my neem oil. Oops, and my fertilizer. I just dropped my little toolkit off. Okay, now that we got all my tools, let's go get the hose.
Hell yeah, pimp!
I'm stuck.
Call the tow truck.
I'm trying.
Look. Hello.
Okay.
Maybe don't try so hard. Or just going backwards.
There we go. So this is my garden toolkit. I got 2 shovels in here. I've got my pruning shears, and these I guess are for like the finer, more nitpicky pruning shears. And then I got my cultivator, and one day we're going to figure out how to mount it to the side of my wheelchair and get it so I can easily get it on and off over here. That's coming later, but we're gonna get there. I've given my my garden bed a good water. I'm just gonna move the dirt around, cultivate it, they would say, before I do my eggplant. If you have seen my videos, my other 2 videos, you know that I am in a wheelchair and really only use one hand. I do have multiple sclerosis that does greatly affect the left side of my body. I can walk. Y'all will get videos of that eventually. They are coming, but I can walk. I just use the wheelchair outside and anywhere else pretty much for my safety. And I have just started this garden like in April, and I love it. Like, I didn't even think I could grow anything, but my onions and potatoes and my garlic that I've already planted have taken off. So I've just started seeding and germinating seeds, and in my first long half barrel are the first seeds I have, which is my squash and zucchini. I also have some sweet peppers over there next to my garlic, which we will show you.
And you started these from scratch.
Yes, I started those from the seed.
You hatched.
I did. Just like I hatched our 2 kids. Not all of these took off the way I wanted them to, but again, this is my first time doing this. So I'm going to, because I only have one hand, I'm going to have my husband take these out and put these in for me while I dig the hole. Okay, I'm just adding some fish, I keep calling it fish fertilizer because that's essentially what it is. But
what's the street name?
Fish poop is what I call it, because I think that's what it is. There might be some carcasses, wow, in there.
That one's really gonna grow.
But it's fish emulsion, and I'm just adding that down into the holes. So hopefully these eggplants have a better chance at life. I don't know if any of y'all remember
It's very flimsy.
Pike Nurseries. They used to be like a huge, like a Lowe's, but just for gardening, I think. But I just remember the commercials, and the little theme song was playing in the dirt again or something like that. So every time I'm out here doing something with the soil, that song lives in my head rent free. Because, you know, I'm that old now. Just a little light drizzle. You know, I don't want to.
I think once they start seeing the sun
Yes.
every day, they're going to flourish.
I do too. I am just going to spritz this with some neem oil to help keep the pest off of it, and then I'm going to hit it with the liquid fence, which smells horrible, but it keeps the animals away.
Uh-oh.
I'll come back for my...
Lost her,
I'll come
lost
back
her
for
gear
it.
shifts. Bye.
So we got this. I don't really know anything about Miracle Grow. I know it's everywhere. A lot of people are so for it. Everybody else is against it. But I thought I would at least give this a try because, again, this is my first time growing a garden. So we're going to get this hooked up to the hose and give everything a little sprinkle with it. Okay, so we got this all hooked up and ready to go. Again, this is my first time using this. So we're going to see how it works. And I'm going to hit my whole garden with it today. I like this sprayer on it. So I'm not going to get the eggplant as much because they already have a whole lot of water on them and I just don't want to drown it. But I'm just going to use this to water the rest of my plants. These are my onions. All these hit the ground in April, I think it was. Right after, so about the middle of April, right after spring break. We had planted these, and my potatoes over here are starting to, I don't know why well, I guess I can give them a little bit of juice before they do harvest. But the plants look like they're starting to die off.
That's one way to get it.
Well, made a hole.
There you go. Let me get this out of your way.
Yeah. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
My eggplants need to be able to get the sunlight, but I don't want the sunlight to suck up all the moisture. So I don't want to crowd them with mulch because I'm really not too sure if I transplanted them too early or not. Yes, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of learning
As we go.
Alright.
If any of you guys have any tips or
and tricks, please comment them down below.
Absolutely.
Because I would certainly love them. Alright, now we kind of moved the bag over there so I can
Okay.
do the other half. Now we're going to finish up getting this mulch on in some of these bland areas and get a label and label these so I don't forget what is in here. Sounds crazy, but that is totally can happen. So we are going to get this all finished up and labeled up. So yeah, hopefully this eggplant will take off. And then I can make me some ratatouille with some vegetables I grew. Here, I'll look right out.
That's the first thing you should make.
Yeah, so this will be the first thing I make.
EP?
Eggplant.
EP phone home?
Yes, EP phone home. We are going to space.
There you go.
So there's my little EP label. And we are going to get everything cleaned up. And we will see you next time. Last week we had transplanted my eggplants that I started as seedlings along with my squash and zucchini and my sweet peppers. Personally, I think we transplanted them a little too young, but what's the harm? We're going to see what it does. Two of them look like they are thriving and trying to take off. One of them I think died completely. The other one is barely hanging on by a limb. It's just a wee little old guy. So we're gonna leave these, give these another week or so to see where they go and how they thrive. We may move them to another barrel, but regardless, we're probably gonna pull these up, scrap this, and then I'm going to try my hand at sowing okra from the seed in the barrel. I say about next Tuesday, I'm gonna say let's get out here and see where they're at.
Cool.
But while we're out here, I'm gonna go ahead and I can give y'all just do a little update on my garden and see where everything is at. My squash and zucchini over here looks like it has finally taken off and is thriving and doing beautiful things.
These look really good.
Those turned out really good. Considering how they looked when we first put them in, my peppers are doing well too. I have them in the same barrel with my garlic that I had planted about May, so they are coming up on their harvest time. I don't know, they look kind of small to me, but I don't know what they're supposed to look like. This is my first time. I really don't know when it's going to rain next, so I just want to make sure that that they have plenty of water to thrive and do their thing. Get down here. Somebody I follow, Epic Gardening, he says it's always better to water deep and irregularly than to water shallow and regularly. I've been trying to implement that, even though I do find myself out here giving them a little spritz every day and checking on them and making sure everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I want to spray all these things off of the leaves. Gnats, spiders, I think there's some ants on here. Let me turn this off so I can move and don't get y'all wet and everything else wet. But I'm just going to give these a quick hose down and a spray down with all the other stuff. And that's it for today's video. You're such a good boy.
Yes, I am.
Bye.
Bye, and I will love you.
Say like and subscribe to my mommy.
Like and try to my mommy. And I hope you join me. Bye.